Hey, what's up everybody? It's Luke. Thanks for watching the video. Today there was so much news on the internet about Leica and how they dropped the new M EV1, which is their first camera in the M series to have a digital electronic viewfinder, which I think is incredible. I've watched a lot of videos about this camera. I've seen the people who were lucky enough to go and give this camera a try. I think this camera is going to be such a game changer for Leica. It's going to get a lot of people into the Leica ecosystem, quite frankly, because it just makes shooting on an M style camera super easy, because with the electronic viewfinder you can basically see, I believe, the focal length that you're shooting with. So if you're shooting on a wide lens like a 28, you can see that, which on a standard M camera is not easy. And you're not relying on the frame lines that are inside the optical viewfinder. On electronic viewfinder, you can actually just see what you're shooting at and you get what you get. It's been incredible just to see people using their legacy M glass and kind of bringing it to new life. You can see the depth of field. You can see flaring. You can see, you know, the end result before you get it. And I think that is just insanity, especially since I've been shooting on my M11 and that experience is not like that. It's actually been quite jarring coming from, you know, the modern Sony camera world, which I still love to shoot and I shoot those all the time. But getting into Leica has been a very steep learning curve for me, and I admit I still feel like a newbie when it comes to shooting Leica. I wish I was better. I'm extremely slow at it, and I try my best, but it's not like I'm super confident. It's not like I could go out and shoot a wedding on one of these guys. I would certainly grab a Sony camera to do that. But I've been going out daily with the Leica, just shooting with it and trying to pair myself with it, just like you try to pair your lens and get used to the lens on a camera. I'm trying to pair myself to these cameras. Before I got that M11, I did get the Q3, and I've really enjoyed this camera. I've talked about that before, but this viewfinder is amazing. I love it, and if the new M EV1's viewfinder is even like this, it's going to be incredible. There's so much detail in it, and for someone like myself who's getting a little bit older, you know, I hate to admit this, but I have these progressive lenses, and oh my gosh, it's such a pain. Like, to even see the screen on the back, I have to do one of these guys, like what, you know, older folks do, and I do that now. I'm older folk, I guess. It's hard to see the screen. When I'm shooting on the M11, you know, if I'm trying to review pictures on the back of the screen, I'm just doing this old man thing where I can't see anything. But the nice thing about the Q3, I can just look into the viewfinder and I can see just a gigantic view of the photo that I just took, and that is huge for me. I love to see the picture I took. I want to see, do I need to take another picture? Did I do a good job taking the photo? Or do I need to retake the photo? And having, you know, just that convenience of the electronic viewfinder, to me, is a huge deal. I think for Leica purists and folks that, you know, have really loved Leica in the past, you know, they might not be as enthused about a Leica that has an electronic viewfinder. They probably love the optical viewfinder. I'm trying to get to like the optical viewfinder still myself, but I know it's going to be a big change, but I also think that this is going to really open the door to a lot of people to get into Leica. I think this is going to be an amazing camera. I'm even considering, should I pick one up? I don't know. I tend not to like to buy the very first generation of body or new camera that comes out, because there's going to be a lot of fixes to it. There's going to be a lot of improvements made in the next iterations of the camera. So I personally think I'll probably skip the EV1, maybe when they have the EV2 or the EV3 and they've made some amazing changes to it. Maybe that's something I'd go for. But for now, I think I'm going to stick with the M11 and the Q3 and just try to build up some glass for the M11 at least, and see if we can build up the ecosystem that way first before investing into another camera body. Even though it is so enticing, it's just something that I feel like, you know, you get that, you see these videos and they just make you want to get it. And you want to be one of the first people to have it in your hands and to try it. I mean, that's me too. I just want to try the newest thing. However, as you know, Leicas aren't cheap, and so this is not a cheap camera. It's about $9,000 US if you want to purchase it. And so it's not just something you can just sort of quickly invest in. You really have to save up to afford something like that. And then, of course, if you get that, then you can't, you know, get lenses you want to get or other camera bodies. So it's quite an investment, but I can't wait to see what Leica does with this camera, and I'm just excited for it. Let me know what you think of this camera. Do you think you're gonna like it, or do you think, you know, a lot of Leica lovers will hate this camera right out of the gate because it's not what they're used to? I love innovation, and I think this is going to be great. I think down the line, like I said, there's going to be a great electronic viewfinder EV2, 3 that will be for me. So we'll see how many years down the road that's going to be. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've been watching the videos on the new M EV1. I'm fascinated by it, and hopefully you are too. I'll see you next time.